this card is better than our last predictions. I like this one, Stro. This arguably is the best card of the year. Let's get right into it. First matchup, Daylyt versus Big T. Stro, in all your expertise, I figured I know how you're going to respond on this one, but we got to give it to the fans.
I guess it's good to see Daylyt back here on URL. So that's first off. So I'm glad to see that. That's a big ups to Daylyt for sticking it out and making it back to the main stage. I don't think this is a real heavy competitive battle for him. Big T is just not there bar-wise for Big T. I think we all know that. And not to mention, Daylyt is on something of a tear, because at this point he's kind of basically promised the fans that for all the antics that they've received in the past, they'll be receiving bars now. So we've gotten plenty of antics, so we can expect to see plenty of bars from Daylyt if what he says is true.
Last time I saw Big T, he was in the ring in a don't flop card hanging out with Roan. And Roan did some damaging things to him, Stro. Not sure if you saw that battle.
Yeah, of course. I mean, there's nothing you can do with a person with bars if you don't have bars.
So you're saying that Big T, first off, I feel like Big T needs a round of applause because, when we first started doing Battle Scene, Big T wasn't bringing much to the game at all. I would consider him a washed up top tier back in 2013. The kind of performances he's been able to kick out within the last 6 months have been better. Stro, would you agree or not agree?
Yeah, I would absolutely agree. I think he's hanging out, though, at the lower echelon of the URL stable. And, I feel like he's got to do something besides – I think he's kind of living on his legacy. Some of these guys are able to do that. They just basically come out, give you a couple of few bars and then basically do what they're expected to do because that's what they've done for so long, and they get over on it. And I'm not seeing anything new here. I think he's a step above Shotgun Suge.
I don't see that Big T has a shot in hell of beating a Daylyt who's just, like you said, has been on a killing spree, promised the fans that they will receive compensation for all the antics, right? And, his last battle, I believe, was him versus Oops. And then he also had the battle against Chef Trez, which is a URL Queen Flips Quiet Room battle, in which Daylyt clearly lost only because, he didn't turn all the way up. The material that we got from Daylyt, if he, according to him, got paid more than $500 from Queen Flips. That's what he said, right, in that battle, that he would have given you a full throttle performance. That first round was unbelievable. He took that and he kind of leaned off for the rest of the battle. I don't see that Big T could beat Daylyt on Daylyt's average day. And I know that Daylyt isn't going to bring antics to the URL stage. I'm going to gauge that off of his promise to his fans, Stro. You agree with me there?
Right, yeah. I'm going to give it 3-0 Daylyt.
I'm going with Daylyt 3-0 and nothing less than a body in disguise. I think Big T probably knows what he's in for here. Battling a very hungry Daylyt, really ready to prove himself on the biggest stage in the culture. So I think that his performance, he's probably going to have some better bars than this might be the best Big T we've seen in the last year and a half, 2 years. Let's put that out there. But it's still not going to be enough to beat Daylyt. I'm going for a body in disguise or a body. So obviously that's 3-0 Daylyt, the battle rap expert. And the big homie Oplex, we agree on that.